sometimes the most obvious shots, or how do we put this, manipulated or man-made scenes can be just perfect. Compositionally, this is very cliche, very classic. It's a leading line, it's a path, it's an S curve. We've got verticals, and your eye does lead on, and we've got a very interesting foreground. Well, I think so anyway. Got these pine needles. Now these pines, I always thought they were evergreens, but they really have dropped all their needles, and they are like an orangey, pale orange, not so much a burnt, like a bit of bracken or a dead fern. And obviously we've got the green canopy, sort of mid-section of the tree, say, not the canopy, and then in the far distance, which I have cut off because I don't want to encroach too much sky, turns back to this burnt orange colour. And I suppose, you know, obviously we all know how it works. It grows, it dies, it falls. So yeah, it's an interesting shot. It's something that I got drawn to. It's something that, like I said, is obvious. But I just down in the comments below, I just wondered if you better suss out exactly what it is. With the needles on the ground, it has disguised it a little bit. But yeah, it's quite obvious what it is standing here. It's just a nice start to the morning, I think. It's just a nice, simple, easy way, easing your way into the camera. So I should say where we are. We are at Badbury Hill by Farringdon in, I think it's Oxfordshire, Wiltshire, it's Oxfordshire. I'm here with Sam Bose. Hannah's not present. I suppose due to the COVID rules, only 2 people are allowed to meet anyway. But yeah, he's said, why don't you come up sort of my way, and here we are. Yeah. We're gonna go for a nice walk anyway now, just suss out, see what we can see. Yeah, nice start to the morning. Down there?
It was actually just the birch leaves.
I'm not entirely sure that this image works behind me. We've got a nice tree, leading line, there's a diagonal there. It's all leading up to the top. I'm cutting the sky off completely. It's a bit messy, but I got drawn to it, so I shot it. I'm going to show it. Let me know down below whether you think it works or not. It's I don't know. It's very windy today. A lot of the foliage is moving, so you're going to see some movement in my images today. It's very dark, it's very dull, it is raining, so everything's nice and wet and saturated, and with a case polarizer you can really bring out them colours and control the glare, particularly on this branch here, this deadfall tree. It's obviously glistening on the top side. And with the polarizer you can just control how distracting or how much glare you want in your shot at the price of saturating and desaturating your images. So it's a toss up between what you want. But yeah, Sam's down there shooting, Sam's picking out little vignettes of the leaves, the autumn leaves, whereas I'm tending to be drawn to the pine with these needles on the floor. yeah, it's so far it's a good shoot. The rain, like I said, it has been raining, but it's holding off. So fingers crossed, we can handle a little bit of drizzle. Yeah, pretty happy so far. Right now, I hope you can see what's caught my eye. It's these two trees, which are like a fork. You've got this tree in the middle, I think it's a silver birch, down in the distance, and then there's a diagonal tree here or there. I'm gonna have a go at it. Like Sam pointed out earlier to me, the orange on the floor, then you've got green, then you've got the orange of the canopy. It's quite a nice transition in colour. Because we're up on a hill, I can look down the hill, eliminate the sky, and just get that ombre sort of feel to the image. It is raining, it's very gloomy. Luckily, there's nothing in my shot that's going to really move and distract the eye, because these pines are all dead from the minimal sunlight they get. But yeah, I think it's worth a shot, and could be a nice way to end the vlog. So I'm gonna get set up. Right, what am I doing? I'm shooting this tree. Got these two trees here which are forking, like I've just said. I've got a nice silver birch way down in the distance, which brings me to my f-stop. I'm going to try a f11 and then try a 13, because I've got quite a big depth, large depth of field, and I do want everything sharp front to back, because that is, your eyes are going to end up getting drawn down there, and I think it needs to be sharp, personally. So yeah, f11, f13 around. I'm going to play with the depth of field around that range, which puts me at around 8 to 10 seconds. So I'm using an ISO 200. I might go up to 300. Just to try, although I haven't got anything particular moving, I want to try and bring that shutter speed down a little bit, because it's quite a long shutter speed to be shooting in the woods when it's so windy. Even some of these little pines, they may have ever such a slight bit of movement in them, which is going to cause me issues and headaches when I get back to Lightroom. So it's a very flat scene, but luckily with a large depth of field, you do stand more chance of introducing some more natural light, or patches of natural light, rather than going intimate. So fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm gonna grab this shot, and then we'll have another chat. Right, how'd you get on?
Yeah, I think it was okay actually. I was hesitant about the weather before we came down, and actually when we were driving through, when I was driving down, there's a whole load of mist that I drove through, and I thought we struck it lucky because we're going to get some mist. And then as soon as we got here, there was zilch. But actually, I think I've got a couple of nice images. I think the colours were pretty impressive.
So you were shooting more a longer focal length, wasn't you, originally?
As long as I can get on a 24 to 105.
Yeah. So you're always picking out the little bits of colour.
Yeah.
The sort of chest height spurs that come off the trees.
Yeah, I think that's kind of my go-to with woodlands when conditions aren't sort of as atmospheric as I would like. So I tend to sort of crop in and go for more kind of intimate shots. So, but actually, I think round here as well, these trunks, I think I got an image here which I like. So. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's nice. I found it interesting to shoot something completely different, and these needles are just really interesting.
We should find out what this is called, this fir tree, so we can pretend we know what we talk about.
It just makes the foregrounds, which tend to be quite messy, a little bit more interesting to the eye.
Yeah.
And then when you're on a hillside like this and you're looking way down there, you can obviously eliminate the sky. So when you haven't got mist all them what's the word I'm looking for?
Atmospheric.
Atmospheric, yeah. Conditions. You have to look for other things, different lenses, focal lengths, or different apertures maybe, just to help you out. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's always nice to meet up with Sam.
I've had an amazing time. We should do it more often.
We should. We're only about an hour apart now, aren't we? An hour and 20 minutes. So
yeah.
Obviously socially distancing.
Distance.
For those people who noticed. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week, where we'll be minus the Sam. But you'll have to put with me.
That's what you think.
I'll see you later. Ciao.
See you. Get on.
Not too bad, yeah. I'm pretty happy.
Sick?
Pretty happy, I think. I think it's worth shooting for the video, but there's so much here, isn't there? The colours are just incredible. Really good.
There's also quite a few fallen trees, and everywhere where a fallen tree might.
Yeah.
I like these little bits of that. I was just going for a kind of celebration of colour. It's difficult to breathe, so you have to stop. This is one tree.
Shooting that down there?
It was actually just for birch.